Hello, how you doing? Today I woke up with a what if moment, a what if mood, a what if, whatever you want to call it. What if my parents did not like education and did not take me to school? What if when I went to primary school I did not excel and therefore get the motivation to go to whatever level I was able to get to? What if my teachers, Paul Kale Kenyenze and Nicholas Musamotete, listened to my brother not to allow me to choose Alliance High School as my first choice after Standard 7? What if Justus Moyo Mutie from the neighboring Kiliku Primary School had not been selected to go to Alliance High School the previous year? And so many what ifs. What if when I came down with cancer and I needed treatment, very expensive treatment, and the insurance company pulled the rug from under my feet? What if I didn't open up to my friends from my high school, from my university, from my working life, the people that my neighbors, where I live now? What if I didn't open up that I had a problem? So I didn't follow the treatment. I would probably be dead. Maybe. Anyway, those are many what ifs. What if I don't tell you that when I sell this book, of course, that's one of the other things. What if I didn't write this book? Because a lot of people now know me and a lot of my intimate stories through this book. What if I didn't read this book? Would people feel that I'm familiar with them like I am? I get greeted on the street sometimes. Duke, what? Which is a good thing. You feel good to belong to society that you have, for some reason. Okay, you feel you have been accepted by society. It's a good thing. What if I tell you, or if I don't tell you, that a minimum of 200 shillings from the sale of this book will go to establish an endowment fund, which will be administered by the Alliance High School Endowment Fund, of which I'm a trustee, and which will give scholarships to bright children who pass to be admitted to either Alliance Girls or Alliance High School from my Nudune Primary School. So, will that motivate you to buy the book? I need to raise at least 1.6 million shillings so that once it's invested, the interest will be able to pay school fees for the two kids at the two schools. Would that give you the motivation to buy the book? Because, one, you're getting a good read. Two, you are helping secure the future of possibly somebody who has very little future, who's got a very dim future. Or if you are not the reading type, like, some of the people I've talked to, I've told them, buy this book. They say, yes, we know it's good, but, let me tell you the truth, I don't like to read this kind of books, that kind of thing. What if I gave you the PAYBIll number of the endowment fund and requested you to donate a minimum 200 bob? Would you do it? Since there's no need of buying a book, there's no need of buying a book that you're not going to read. That, of course, would be a waste of resources, a waste of time, a waste of, there's no need. But a minimum 200 bob, would you be willing to deposit it into that endowment fund account so that it will form part of the scholarship that I plan to establish? I've already talked about it with the Alliance High School Endowment Fund because I'm a trustee. I've already told them this is what I need to do. The same was announced by the principal during last month's Founders Day service at the school. So I would need to request, I'm requesting you to support me in either of the two ways. Either deposit a minimum of 200 shillings to the endowment fund, as I said, which I'm going to put at the end of this video, or you buy the book and I'll establish that. You'll find a very good read. And incidentally, you find most of us went through the same kind of childhood. You went to some primary school. You'll find that most probably, it resonates with you. Whichever high school you went to, it resonates with you. If you did the university, of course, in our time, it was only University of Nairobi. Now there are many universities. But you'll find that, it follows through. If you're a person who was in employment, you'll find, I got the problems that I had in employment. If you are a business person, the ups and downs of business, if you've been you've been challenged by health, you'll find the fight for survival, not just for survival, but to excel, to beat whatever whatever you're suffering from. So you'll find that it's a story that you can resonate. In fact, I believe that almost everybody in this country can resonate with my story, because it's just an ordinary boy who was born in an ordinary village, went to an ordinary primary school, was should I say fortunate or lucky, whichever, to go to a good school, took study seriously, and did what he did. Has worked with some of the big organizations. When I was working in London, it was the best employer in this nation. So, I've seen it. When I went to Pipeline, same thing. When I was in the government, of course, I was Abanakuba in the districts. So it's a life that many of us, a lot of us have lived. Will you resonate with it and make that donation? I will put, as I said, I'll put the endowment fund, trust account, PayBill account, so that if you feel like, and I request you to donate or buy the book. I need to sell at least 6,000 copies so that it will make, I'll be able to establish that fund and help these children. I wish you a good Friday and a great Easter weekend.